Hi, I am Bhavik Thakkar. Welcome to Bititude. If you're more comfortable with Hindi language, please hit the I button and it will take you to the Hindi version of the exact same video. But if you are comfortable with English, let's carry on. Well, in the first video related to boats and stream, we actually understood basic concepts related to it. So our fundamentals are clear now, right? Actually, we also solved some basic questions related to boats and stream to sharpen our mind to make all the concepts clear when application is concerned as well, right? So our accuracy is there. Now it's time to get hold on our efficiency. So in this video, we are going to solve some advanced level questions because most of the times in exam, we are going to find this kind of the questions. Now I have actually divided various different questions in various videos. In this particular video, we are going to solve the questions where some distance is covered in upstream speed, some at downstream speed and total time is given, and ultimately we are supposed to find out either of the speeds, like speed of the current or maybe speed in still water, upstream speed, downstream speed, something like that. Alright, and I am very excited to tell you that the tricks that we are going to use, and they are actually not tricks, right? You know Bititude. We don't give you tricks, we make you logically sound. So that means you will get some logical understanding about the trick, and then it would be easy for you to grasp that trick and you will be able to apply it on the questions, and questions will be solved in no time. So let's get started. So I hope that you have actually watched that basic video and thereby you have actually got that fundamental clarity that is required to solve these advanced level questions. In case you haven't, I am giving you the I button. Please watch that basic video because that is going to help you solving the questions of advanced level. So let us start with the very first question here. You know, all you have to do is to pause this video and try to do it on your own first, because that way you learn the best. Alright then, let's have a look. The question goes something like this. A man can row this much kilometer upstream and this much kilometer downstream in 8 hours. Alright, and then we are given this much kilometer upstream and this much kilometer downstream in 7 hours 50 minutes. Now this is the traditional question. This is how they are asking. Now what should be the strategy? Alright, I am going to remove this Hindi version so that I can get some space and we are going to solve it there. Now look, just try to figure it out. Right now, just for the sake of clarity, I am going to write it here. Like upstream, downstream, and this is and, right? And we are given total time. Alright. So if we see, first instance 42 kilometer upstream and 56 kilometer downstream, and we are going to take 8 hours. Alright, here we are going to take 35 kilometer upstream and 63 kilometer downstream, and we are going to take 7 hours and 50 minutes. Right, and we are supposed to find out the rate of current. That means we are supposed to find out the speed. Now there are various tricks to solve this kind of a question. This is traditional question which comes in more often in various examination, as you know. So try to figure it out. What we do, our trick is pretty simple. If you actually understand upstream plus downstream, how much it is? 98 kilometer. Here it is also 98 kilometer, and many of the times it is like that. So when total is same, it is very easy. So first of all, I am going to give you an idea on the questions where total up plus down, that means total distance is same as in this case. Now this question becomes very easy. How? Because we can actually understand that when this is going down by 7 kilometer, right? 7 kilometer, and obviously this is going up by 7 kilometer because total is same. So when this is going down by 7 kilometer, okay, 7 kilometer, what is happening? This is going down by 10 minutes, right? 10 minutes. Fair enough. Now the important thing is make one of the distance 0. So now just continue with this one. If I want to make this 0, I'll say let it go down by 35 further kilometer. So it went down by 7 kilometer before. What if it goes down by another 35 kilometer? Obviously 0 kilometer here, and obviously this will increase by 35 kilometer. So all 98 kilometers will be at downstream. Fair enough, right? Are you getting it? 7 decrease, 7 increase. So if 35 is decreased, 35 will increase. So that means if we decrease 35 kilometer distance here and convert it into downstream speed, obviously we would save more time. For 7 kilometer we were able to save 10 minutes. For 35 kilometer, that is 5 times, right? We'll be able to save 50 minutes. So that means it will take only 7 hours. 50 minutes will be saved. 7 hours, 98 kilometers. So what's the speed? We get our downstream speed, that is 14 kilometer per hour. And that's about it. Once you get this, it's pretty easy. Because now we can understand that, okay, if the speed is 14 kilometer, that means we would have taken 4 hours here, right? Total it 8 hours because 14 4s are 56. Total is 8 hours. So 4 hours we would have taken here. Fair enough, right? 4 hours. So 42 by 4 is nothing but 10.5. So what will be the speed of at upstream? 10.5. What was the speed at downstream? 14. What is the speed of currents? Current is nothing but difference divided by 2. We know our fundamentals now. So 14 minus 10.5 is 3.5 and 3.5 divided by 2 is 1.75. So this is something how we can actually do this kind of a question. Are you getting this? Again, try to understand. In exam, you are not going to write this kind of the things. In exam, you will directly understand just 42 and 56 is 98. Okay. 35 and 63 is also 98, and then you will realize that means when I am reducing 7 kilometer here, I am actually saving 10 minutes, right? So what if I convert all this 35 into the downstream as well? So I would say okay. So that means this 35 would be converted here. So 98 kilometer downstream, and it was 10 minutes for 7 kilometer. So for 35 kilometer, it will be 5 times 50 minutes will be saved. So in 7 hours. So 7 hours 98. So you will say okay, so speed is 14. This is all you wrote in the real exam. Okay, 14 is your speed. Then you will say okay, if 14 is the speed, here I would take 4 hours. Total is 8 hours. That means another 4 hours is taken here. 42 divided by 4, that will be the speed, right? 42 kilometer in 4 hours. So 42 divided by 4 is 10.5. Then you will say okay, 10.5 and 14, right? 10.5 and 14. What is the difference? 3.5. 3.5 divided by 2 is 1.75. Within 30 seconds, and you hardly wrote something like this. That's about it, right? This is how, because right now I was explaining, I wrote each and everything, but this is how we can actually solve this question. So I hope you enjoyed it. Let us try to understand, can you actually apply the same method in the next question or not? Again, you can pause the video and try to do it on your own first. Alright, I'll remove this version. Look, again it is similar. If you understand 1 kilometer, 4 kilometer in this many times upstream and downstream. Okay, again 20 kilometer upstream and 20 kilometer downstream in 4 hours and 10 minutes. 4 hours, 10 minutes. Alright, then find the rate of current. Pretty similar questions, same kind of question, just the data, the numbers are different. Fair enough, right? Now, how will you look at it? You will say, sir said the total should have been same, but here it is 1 kilometer, 4 kilometers, so 5. And here it is 20 plus 20, 40. So it's not the same. So that trick won't work. More often you will think, oh sir, that trick won't work now. But actually, if you understand, it is still easy to manage that same method, because this is 1 plus 4, 5. This is 20 plus 20, 40. So I would say, what if I understand 5 and 40? Are you getting it? We can make it same. Just multiply this previous one by 5. So I would say, what if 5 kilometer upstream and into 5, so 20, sorry, into 5 we did, right? No, into 8, sorry, into 8, right? 5 into 8 is 40, into 8. So 8 kilometer upstream and 8 fours are 32 kilometer downstream will take obviously 5 times, 8 times, sorry, 8 times. So 27 minutes, 30 seconds, twice of it will be 55 minutes, and into 4, 220 minutes, right? 220 minutes. Are you getting this, what I did? I just tried to make the total distance same. Fine. So I thought 1 plus 4 is 5, 20 plus 20 is 40, 5 and 40. How can I make it same? I would just multiply the above one, the former one, with 5. So, sorry, 8. 8 upstream plus 32 downstream, make it 40, 220 minutes, right? 220, are you getting it? All I did was multiply this 27 and half by 8. And how did I do it? First, I multiplied it with 2, so 55, and then into 4. So that means into 8. So that way I don't have to write anything, right? It was easy. All right. Next, it is already given 20 up and 20 down. It takes 4 hours 10 minutes. That means 250 minutes, because here it is in minute. I would write it in minute. Fair enough, right? You figured it out. Now it's easy, isn't it? So here, if you understand, either way you can go. If I increase this by 12, right? I increase this by 12. And how much in minute it increased? 30. 12 kilometer when I increased, and obviously here it was decreased because total is same. Here 12 was decreased, that 12 was converted here. Our time is increasing by 30. So when 12 kilometer is increased, time is increasing by 30 into 2.5. You can figure it out, right? 12, 30 into 2.5. So if just make it whole, total 32, total 40 is there, right? So make it 40, right? So if I convert these 20 into these 20 as well, that means total will be 40. Here it would be 0, right? Here it will be 0. Are you getting it? 12 increase, 12 decrease. Now let me make this 0. So 0, that means 20 will be increased here. 20 decrease, 20 increase. Getting the same method. So when I will increase this by 20 into 2.5, 20 into 2.5 is 50 minutes. So it should increase by 50 minutes. That means 300 minutes. 300 minutes is nothing but 6 hours. Sorry, 5 hours. 5 hours. So 5 hours and 40 kilometer upstream. That means what is my upstream speed? 8 kilometer per hour. So once you get your upstream speed as 8 kilometer per hour, it should be pretty easy. You can use it anywhere. Right here, it should have taken 1 hour, right? But total is 220 minutes, right? Are you getting it? Or maybe you can use it here. Maybe this would be easy calculation, because 8 kilometer is your speed. For 20, you will take 2.5 hours. 2.5, that is 150 minutes, right? Pretty similar. Either way you can use it, right? Are you getting it again? Once you find that speed, one speed, you can find out the other speed very easily. You can put that value either in this one or in this one, wherever you find it easier to calculate. So again, 8 kilometer per hour, 20 kilometers, that means it would take 2.5 hours. That is 150 minutes. So total is 250 minutes. So other 100 minutes I used here in going 20 kilometer downstream. So 20 kilometers in 100 minutes. Are you getting the speed? 100 minute, 20 kilometer, 1/5. So 60 minute, 12 kilometer. If you're good with your calculation, you can figure it out. 12 kilometer per hour should be my downstream speed. How much? 12 kilometer per hour. 8 and 12 is, the difference is 4 upon 2 is the speed of current. So 2 kilometer per hour. Are you getting this? Look, you can actually use it here as well. It's not at all mandatory to use. Once you find out that 8 kilometer per hour, it's not necessary to use it here. You can also use it here. Again, let's do it. Say 20 kilometer per hour. Sorry, 8 kilometer per hour. So 8 kilometer per hour. So here it would take 1 hour, 60 minutes. Total is 220 minutes. That means remaining 160 minutes you would have taken here in going downstream 32 kilometer. Again, if you understand, 160 minute, 32 kilometer, exactly 1/5 of it, right? 160 divided by 5 is, so per hour means in 60 minutes you will go exactly 1/5, that is 12 kilometer per hour. So here also it's the same. Once you find 8 and 12, the difference is 4. Half of it will be the speed of current, 2 kilometer per hour. So it's pretty similar. Are you getting this? Let's understand. Can you figure it out in this particular question? Look, it's all questions are similar, and that is what Meditude does. I'll change the numbers and I'll check whether you are able to apply the concept or not. Alright then, hopefully you could do it. I'll remove this. Fine. Now let's have an idea. So here it is 24 kilometer upstream and 52 kilometer downstream, 7 hours, 56 kilometer upstream and 65 kilometer downstream, 12 hours, right? Now, if you really try to figure it out, total in this one is actually 76 kilometer, but in the next case, it is 121 kilometer, right? So 76 and 121. Now, if you try to apply the same trick, same logical kind of thing that we used in the previous couple of questions, it's going to be difficult, because to make 76 and 121 equal, is not an easy task. So that's the thing. That is what BT is all about. We don't give you same trick. We actually give you logic. Now the logic in the previous two questions were to make the total distance same and solve the questions, right? But if you try to understand in this question, it is not easy, then how will we solve it? Obviously, we will try to understand whether we can make upstream distance same or downstream distance same. So if you really understand, upstream in this one is 24 and this one is 56. Can we make it same? Yes. 8 3s are 8 7s are, yes. Or maybe 52 and 65. Same. 13 4s are or 13 5s are. That can also be made same easily, right? LCM would be 13 into 4 into 5. 13 into 4, we will multiply this by 5. This is 13 into 5, we will multiply this by 4. So then that one distance will be same and it will become easy. Something like this. Try to understand. If I multiply the previous case with 5, it will become 120 kilometer upstream and into 5 will make it to 60 kilometer downstream. Total time will be 7 into 5, 35 hours. Fair enough, right? What about the next one? If I multiply it with 4, 56 into 4 is 224 kilometer upstream and 65 into 4 obviously will be same, 260 kilometer downstream. The time will be 12 into 4, 48 hours, right? This is the time. Fair enough. Can you figure it out now? Pretty easy. If you now understand, this is the same distance. So whatever extra time I am taking, these 13 hours, I am taking that extra additional 13 hours because I am going 104 extra kilometer upstream here. So what will be there? Your upstream speed then? 104 divided by 13. 13 8s are, right? 13 8s are 104. There you go. Your upstream speed is 8 kilometer per hour. Fine. And once you find one speed, it's pretty easy, right? You can use it anywhere, wherever it is easy. Like you can use it here. 8 kilometers is your upstream speed. So here you would have taken 3 hours and total time is 7 hours. So remaining 4 hours you would have taken here. 4 hours, 52 kilometers. So speed will be 13. So one speed is 13. One speed was 8, right? Upstream speed was 8. Downstream speed is 13. So 13 minus 8 is 5. So 5 is the difference, but rate of current is half of the difference, as we know, right? We know our fundamentals well. So 13 minus 8, 5. 5 divided by 2 is 2.5, right? So that's the thing. That is how you think. Look, even in the previous questions, there could be other methods as well. If it was easier, it's not always important to make total same. But in the very first question, as you saw, total was same anyway. 42 plus 56 and 35 plus 63. So it was very easy to do it without pen, as we saw. Only you would have to write this much, right? And that's about it. Now in the next question, in the first question, obviously that was the easier one. In this next question, if you try to understand, now this is 4 kilometer and this is 20 kilometers. So you can also multiply the previous one by 5, make the downstream distance same, and then you can find the upstream speed distance as well, upstream speed as well, right? So there could be another way as well. It's not that, wherever you find easier, whatever you find easier in that particular question, that is how you can solve it. And both methods are logical. I'm not giving you any trick. It's very logical to do it, right? So that is what Biditude is all about. Just try to understand, and that is why I'm taking various different kind of questions, so that in exam, whatever kind of question comes up, you would be very comfortable. Fine? Alright then, let's try to understand next question. That is, third question was done. Fourth question. Again, you can actually pause the video and try to do it on your own first. Okay? I'll remove this one. Now here, if you understand, okay, I'll just do it here. What is the total of this? Obviously 186. What is the total of this? 272. Can you make them equal? Total distance? It's difficult. Yes or no? It is difficult to make that distance equal, as you can see from that. So I would say, okay, drop that idea. What else we can do? Can we make 66 and 120 same equal? We can, but it would be a bit calculative. What about this one? 120 and 152. Again, we can. It's not that easy, right? So that is the thing. We have to make something equal. Like in the first two cases, we made total distance same, which was not comfortable in third one, and neither it is comfortable in this one. Then we learned another trick. What if we make one of the distance same, like upstream in both the cases or downstream in both the cases? So upstream in both the cases 66 and 120, difficult. We can make it 11 6 and this is 20 6. So we can multiply it first with 20, second with 11, but they are big numbers comparatively. So we can do it, okay. Here 120 kilometer and 152. Again it's a bit difficult. I think 15 8 and this is what, 19 8, right? Yes. So 15 and 19, we can multiply it first with 19 and second with 15. Big numbers, it will kill our time. But if you understand, there could be another way as well. What could be the another way? Another way could be, here it is 13 hours, here it is 19 hours, 19 and half hours, right? 19 hours, 30 minutes. So can't you figure it out? It is exactly 1.5 times. Yes or no? 13 plus half, 6.5. So we can actually make time equal as well, right? So that's the thing. Whatever is easy to deal with that particular question, we will do it. So the third approach could be to make the time equal. Let us try to understand. It is exactly 1.5 times, right? That means if I go 99 kilometer upstream and 180 kilometer, right? I'm just adding half, 66 plus 33, 120 plus 60, 180 kilometer downstream. Then I will take 13 plus 6.5, that is exactly same. 19 hours and 30 minutes will be my time, right? Here if you understand, it is already given that I am taking, I am going 120 kilometer upstream and 152 kilometer downstream, and I am taking the same time. So doesn't that mean this is equal to this? Fair enough. So if you understand, if this is equal to this, that means the difference of these two, what is it? 21 kilometer upstream, I take same time as I take when, what is the difference? 28 kilometer downstream, right? So that means the time taken by upstream by downstream are in the ratio 28 by 21, that is 7 4s 7 3s, in the ratio 4:3, right? Are you getting this? The time taken is in these ratios, so speed will be in the inverse ratio. So upstream speed will be 3x, downstream speed will be 4x. Pretty easy to understand, right? Speed will be in the inverse ratio of time. That is something we have already understood in some previous videos, okay? Now it's pretty easy. How? Because that means if just now use this, if the speeds were actually 3 and 4, okay, if the speeds were actually 3 and 4, then how much time I would take? Here I would take say 3 and 4. So here I would say if the speed was 3, I would take 22 hours here. Here if the speed was 4, I would take 30 hours here. What will be the total time taken? 30 plus 22, 52 hours. But I am actually taking only 13 hours. Instead of 52 hours, if I want to reduce my time, I'll have to increase my speed. If I want to reduce my time by 1/4, 52 is the total time. I want to make it 13, 1/4. I'll have to increase my speed by 1/4. So my speed will be 3 into 4, 12, 4 into 4, 16. That's about it. What will be the speed of current? 16 minus 12, 4, half of 4, 2 kilometer per hour. Fair enough, right? So these are the various tricks that we can use to deal with this particular question, right? Either, as we did in the first two questions, either you can make the total distance same if it is comfortable, if the numbers are such that it is easy, or you can make upstream distance same and downstream distance same, whichever number is more comfortable to do, or maybe you can make the time same, right? So all three different various kind of questions we covered. In total we covered 4, but 3 approaches we learned, and they are very logical. You don't have to remember anything else, right? We can understand that. We don't have to remember any formula or memorize anything, right? Now once we do this, it becomes very easy. Once we do some more questions, something like this, using one of these approaches, we become more powerful as well, right? So I hope you enjoyed it, right? And if you did, please like it. It's very important. Please like the video, put comments. That is very important because YouTube promotes the video having more comments. I just recently read, so I am pushing my students to put some comments so that people will know about it, right? and I can reach to maximum amount of students. So if you are watching this, if you are loving it, there's something you can also do it for me, right? If I'm doing something for you, it's just give and take a bit of, right, Guru Dakshina. So that's what I want. So I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, in case you haven't subscribed the channel, please do it, and once you subscribe it, you will find the bell icon. Please hit that bell icon so that you will get all the notifications as soon as I upload any new videos, and you can learn, your learning can really be effective. Fine? So keep watching, keep learning, and keep enjoying.